I welcome in. If you aren't here, say hell yeah. If you aren't here, put some stars in the chat. Let me know if you are here live in full effect. Who is here? Make themselves known. What's good? Listen, let's have a conversation. And hold on, give me one brief moment, y'all. I think I got something for you. Hold on. Because I want to get this thing started. I want to really talk about this and get into it. Listen, I can't be on here for too long, but you know what? It's all good. Listen, we're going to get some things going. We're going to make sure we talk about this thing. Hold on. It's not really much of a big screen for it, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. We're gonna make sure we do what it do. Actually, let me try something different. If you are in the building, say what's up, say what's up, say what's going on. Get it off your chest. How's it going? It's your boy, All-Star Izzy. We are live in full effect, man. What's going on? I feel y'all. See y'all in the building. Shout out to the stars that's pulling up. Shout out to the folks that's in the building. Listen, we're gonna be talking about this shit. What's good? Ghostface, good to see you, bro. What's happening? How you feeling, man? Good to see you. If you are new and you are coming in, hit the like button, subscribe to your boy. We on the road to the top. You know what I'm saying? Just some flashy, classy shit. You feel me? Just the energy and the vibe that we bringing into this thing. First and foremost, before we get into the conversation, I do want to say big shout out to everybody who has been supporting. We're about to be towards the end of the All-Star Takeover. It has been an incredible journey so goddamn far, bro. This is number 2 of the All-Star Takeover 2, and I'm goddamn excited about this. Mayflower, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? Salute to everybody. We in the building. What's up, Luis? What's good? What's happening? But listen, you see the question, answer the question, and let me know. Because listen, I'm not gonna be on here for too long. I got a very busy day ahead of me. Yo, Dark Warrior, what's fucking good? What's good, man? What's up? If you in the building, say hell yeah. Let me know if we in the building. What's good though, man? It's great to see everybody. Listen, I love this topic right here specifically because I seen something. I'm gonna move out the way. And I'm gonna let you guys see this because we gotta ask the question: is AI making modern dating worse, or are simps just gonna be simps? You know, we gotta talk about it because there's a lot of people that are blaming what is it, like people are blaming AI, or people are blaming things. People blame women. People blame other things besides themselves. So it's kind of like the thing: is AI making modern dating worse, or are simps just gonna be what simps are gonna be? Now that's the question that we have to ask. Now let me get out the way so we can see this. Now check it out. It says right there. Hold on. We're gonna about check it out. Hold on. Let's see it. Yes and no. It depends what you do. All right. So you see that right there. Learning game has to be a priority moving forward. It has to be a priority because check it out. It says scary times. They're now using AI for FaceTime video calls and going live, and it's getting more and more realistic. Okay? So basically in the video, and I wish I could play the video for y'all, but in the video, there was a man. You can see it right there, just a little bit right over here, right? You can see that there is a man who is portraying a lady. Okay? So he is and he's using AI to look like a lady, right? Here's the thing. There was somebody that messaged me. Big shout out to Soren. He said something. It's important to also learn internet awareness and AI awareness, and like the usage of it. And listen, I agree. I most definitely agree to that. But one thing that I gotta point out with that too is that just because people are learning about AI or learning about the internet doesn't mean that simps are still gonna be simp. Mayflower, you hit on the nail. But people are also just gonna be disparate. Yes. Listen, let's look at this real quick. Let's analyze this shit. Look, check this out, man. Let's look at this. Look, learning game has to be a priority because let me tell you, you can have internet and you can have AI awareness, but this doesn't make or break you to be a simp just in case. You know what I'm saying? And as realistic as it is, the thing is that there's a lot of guys already using AI shit to, let's say how it is, to masturbate to do things to it, but and because before people are still using like animation and certain things, hentai, you got that, but now it's this, and then they had the VR shit. But what we're pointing out for that is that learning game has to be a priority, because what I mean by learning game, I mean not just the knowledge of internet, not just the knowledge to be like, well, AI is gonna do what AI is gonna do, but you have to learn knowledge of yourself. Don't be too desperate on AI because you can't get women. Now, here's the truth. It's not gonna stop. This right here, listen, you see the guy on the screen who is FaceTiming as a lady. This is basically saying he's gonna start making money off of this shit. This is gonna be a new way to scam, okay? And we're calling it how it is because this is true. There's a lot of people that get scammed over like Discord. What is it called? You know, people get scammed over WhatsApp message and shit like that. Like people are getting scammed through that because people are portraying to be a lady. So now, let me say this: the game hasn't changed, okay? Because the game doesn't mean anything outside of itself. The game is just saying you know yourself, and it comes with self knowledge, right? But with that, just saying is just there's going to be a lot of people scamming. Okay, so now comes the question, of course, is modern dating become worse? Become worse, becoming worse. I switched the things. Weird, very weird. Yeah, AI is scary. It's realistic. It pisses you off because you try to be talking shit. It is crazy. Exactly. Yep. All of the see. Listen, the thing is this, right? I don't think modern dating is becoming worse, right? We're seeing technology. Look at this shit, man. We gotta keep looking at this. Like, look at this shit. Like, okay, you got a lady, right? That AI created, so it probably generated what man's type are, and using it. You should see the video for what it is. The video is actually even crazier, and I wish I could play it for y'all. But it's gonna start getting more and more realistic. So this is why it's even too. You know, I always talk about knowing what you want, knowing yourself, but man, please get out there in the field. Please start experiencing women. Know what the difference is between a woman who is AI. She do look fake as hell. She do look fake as fuck, right? But know the difference between AI and know the difference between real women that you're interacting with. Because people are already getting scammed on WhatsApp. People are already getting scammed by certain things that they're doing. So now imagine AI starting to bring in these type of fake looking women that you can be like, damn, I never had a girl that looked like this, that looked as pretty as her, that gave me attention. The whole time your bro trying to tell you, like, hold on. Like, hey bro, you know that's not a real woman, right? That's like that could potentially be a man. And that's the truth. That comes with it. Shout out to everybody. It's your boy All Star Izzy. Remember, I cannot be on here for too long. I have a full day ahead of me. I got some things to do. But because I have some time, I wanted to come onto the conversation and say, is modern dating getting worse? Do people think that modern dating is getting worse? So hit the like and hit the subscribe if you want to be a part of other lives that's going in. Vivo, great to see you. Salute to you. Louis says, I would recommend to use in-person game a lot more than social media. Yeah, speaking for me, I've never met someone online ever, all in person. And two, let me say this: if I ever met in person, or excuse me, if I ever met online, I'm vetting it. I'm not always gonna be like, well, let me see if this is gonna be this or whatever the case is. The thing. Oh, also, hold on, excuse me, I didn't even get to notate down. Viva, thank you for joining the All-Star membership. Just to let everybody know, the All-Star membership is available right now. I see that you joined, so much gratitude. Thank you for being a part of that. Thank you, Ghostface. Yes, sub and like. Hit the like and hit the sub. Let's keep going. But regardless, though, I agree with that 1000%. I don't have nothing against online dating. I don't have nothing against using dating apps, depending on what you're doing about it, what you're going about it. If you got a lot of priorities, you got a lot of things, you got to move on a fast pace. You don't have too much time doing it, and it helps better for you. And that's one thing, right? But I would always advocate for meeting people in person. More of a natural connection, more seeing what's happening, because it doesn't beat nothing like seeing who the person is in front of you and having a conversation besides seeing them on social media. Because too, and I've said this plenty of times before, is that you can meet somebody on social media, right? And they can have all these standards in the world, or they can be a certain thing. But when you meet them in person, it's a whole different bag. They're a whole different person. Maybe they're a lot more down to earth than what you think. Maybe they're less intimidating based on their profile pictures. Because you gotta also think too, a lot of the stuff in social media is just angles. It is just like how you move and how you are and shit. It's just a certain propping up and the side profile and showing the ass poke out just a little bit, or maybe like, you know what I mean? Just you gotta angle it correctly. Anyways. The thing is just that it shouldn't be too fooled onto that, but I definitely agree with you on that. So another thing too is that I want to say with this is I don't think that dating is getting worse. Honestly, I think this is a good thing. You know what I mean? I think this is a really good thing. So, because let me tell you, this is going to be an advantage to the men that want to learn game. This is going to be an advantage for men that want to talk to women, that want to actually naturally meet women and who they are. Kiki, what's up? What's going on? So it's small things like that why I think this is a beautiful thing, and when it comes into dating, because the more people, let me move away, let me show you guys these real quick. Hold on, let check this shit out. Okay, learning game has to be a priority going forward. There is a man that is using a woman's profile or an AI generated picture of a lady so he can talk to whatever other man or whatever. I don't know if that's what he was doing, but he was basically showing it. But I already see the future when it comes to this shit. I see scams, I see making money, I see all that. So to me, it's just another tactic just to get the things that was going on. Boxing Day, salute to you, bro. But again, my thing is that simps are always just gonna be simps though. Like this is just part of its natural development. You're always gonna have the top, you're always gonna have the bottom. But this doesn't make things worse for men who want to learn how to get with women. Men who want to flirt, create connection. Men who want to socialize. Men who want to have actual connections with women going forward. This makes it better. And this also shows that it makes it better when you meet people in real life. Because, and I've said this before, and listen to me when I say this, the more that we're going like more into technology, the more rare and important it's going to become to create a human connection, right? And what I mean human connection, I mean being able to have down to earth conversations, being able to feel something when you're with somebody, being able to, smile with the other person. That's what I mean by connecting on that basis, right? Because I'm not talking on any other thing, but besides just connection. This shit is assisting. Now, here's the thing: is it bad for people who can't think for themselves? It is. It is bad. But listen, simps are going to be what simps are, bro. Simps are just gonna. It's just gonna have to be this way. Okay, so this is why it's important for you as a man, or even ladies, right? To understand that the more that we're pushing towards this and the more they got all these AI things, well, for the ladies, let me tell y'all gonna be running to a lot more losers, okay? And I gotta say how it is, and I said I would love for the gentleman that could potentially fall underneath that umbrella term. But what I'm saying is that it's gonna be the same thing like it was with the losers in real life, but now it's just coming to the AI shit. And most people, and there too. Shout out, there was this episode. I love Gravity Falls. It's one of my favorite Disney Channel shows, by the way. Animated shows, period, by the way. But there was an episode with Seuss. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but he basically fell in love with a video game girl or whatever the case is, right? So he ended up falling for her and being like, that's my girl. She's the only one who cares about me. She's the only one who sees me for me. Whole time she just AI generated. It was a crazy plot twist in it too, but it was an AI generated thing, and that's how a lot of men are starting to see women that they're gonna be getting with. They're starting to see that I can create a woman, I can create a girl, and she can be the type that I want her to be because I created her. So it's like, imagine venting to Chat GPT and then it's telling you everything that you want to hear because that's what it's programmed to do. That's exactly what an AI girlfriend will be. Salute to y'all. See you in the building. Marie, what's good? How you doing? I see you. Elena, what's up? What's going on? But listen, if you are in the chat, let me know. What do you think? Do you think modern dating is getting worse? Let me know in the vibes below. Shout out to much love to the 5 all-star gift memberships. Much love to Elena. Put some stars in the chat for Elena, everybody. Much love. I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. Big shout out to everybody that's in the building. I'm doing very well. How about yourself, Kiki? What's going on with you? But this is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because we can see, listen, on my end, okay, over here, robot too, Luis. Luis, because listen, it's like robots, but it's also, bro, it's also like the AI generated over the video because they're creating their personality. So like I've never seen it before, but I can only imagine like what type of personality you want this girl to be, what type of hairstyle. It's like dressing up a Barbie, but virtually for these men to enjoy. Shout out to Zormina, I see you in the building. People are marrying and falling in love with Chat GPT. Yes, absolutely. But here's the thing with this. Here's the thing that I want to talk about with this, because again, it's not getting worse. Listen, anybody that's gonna listen to my content, that's gonna listen to the things that I'm teaching, I guarantee you, it's nothing negative. Everything that is happening is used to a great advantage moving forward for what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing when these things happen, because simps are always going to be simps. Simps will always be what they're going to be, and it's nothing else that's gonna happen. It's just what it is. This always happened even in the emails. This always happened even when they were meeting in person. People are always gonna be this way. So that's why the game never changes. because you're gonna have the people that don't have the knowledge, and then you're gonna have the people that have the knowledge of the self, which knows what they want to create this, right? So it's just that's what's just gonna happen. And men, if to see this again, like I say, natural connection. This is gonna provide a better connection when you meet women forward. Much love. I see you with the 5 gift membership. Hey, shout out to that. You shout out to everybody. Okay, young Chucky in the building. Yeah, man. Welcome to the All-Star membership. Much shout out to Elena. I see you in the building, bro. Much love, much love. If you are in the building, hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. Share this out with some people that you want to potentially have this conversation with, because remember, is it AI that's making it worse? Truthfully, let me tell you, nothing is making anything worse. Everything is showing where everything is meant to be in its natural order. This is how it's gonna always be. Kiki, what do you think on the topic? Let me know. But cool, that's what's up about your motorcycle. But everything is always gonna be placed in its natural order. So if everything is in its natural order, then what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Then what are you gonna have going on? Where are you placed in the natural order of dating? Are you to see? Look, this stars represent the top, right? If we're on a Christmas tree, where's the star gonna be at? At the top. Where are the stars located when you want to go look outside? At the top. If you want to be on the top, you got to understand that anything that seems negative in dating, there is no negativity when it comes into this shit. Justin, I see you. What's going on, bro? How you feeling? Shout out to everybody. Can I cheat into the membership? You think AI dating is weird? What does everybody think in the building? Talk to me. Hit the like button. Subscribe to your boy. Let's have a conversation. Ladies of Attack, I see you in the building. Also, welcome to the All-Star membership. You have been chosen by Elena. Thank you for gifting, Elena. Much love to Elena. Can you cheat the membership? Okay, this is what I'm going to do, Marie. This is what I'm going to do, okay? Marie, when you, let's do this. Make a, if you do this by the end of tonight, if you make an edit by, let's see, it's 9 p.m., if you make, let's say you make an all-star edit by 11 p.m. Eastern time, and I will gift you an all-star membership myself. I will send you money so you can get a membership. How about that? Because I'm gonna be gifting memberships this weekend too. But I'm gonna do this for now because you have been showing a lot of support, and I want to show some appreciation to you in assisting. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, though, I know this Friday and this Saturday I'm gonna be doing some all-star membership giveaways. So again, much love to Elena. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? So by 11 p.m. Eastern, if you don't have an edit up of the All-Star lifestyle and tagging me, I will not be gifting you, okay? But we're gonna be moving this forward. But like I'm saying, Mayflower, what's up? Mayflower, okay, so I'm gonna be gifting on Friday and Saturday. So tomorrow and Saturday, okay? But I'm gonna be giving the rules. I'm gonna tell you what it is on Friday and Saturday when I gift it. I'm gonna let it be known. Because All-Star Takeover 2 has been an incredible success. I've seen some statistics and analytics, and I was like, God damn, this shit was crazy. Like, I've exceeded a lot of expectation, but I want to say much shout out to everybody in general. You know what I'm saying? Do some poses? Okay, hold on. 1000%. So yeah, Friday and Saturday, we're gonna be doing some giveaways, All-Star membership. I was gonna do it at the end of the live, but you know what? We're doing it today. But Louis says never have AI dating. Yes, AI dating sounds crazy as hell, but it's happening. Cause still meeting women at groceries. Yep, absolutely. No. Same, bro. I'm meeting women in real life, in real time. I'm going out there and I'm having conversation with these ladies. I'm out there making sure that I need to talk about these things, bro. Cause I like that more than anything. And I was never inclined to ever want to go and talk and do online dating or do dating apps. I've never seen that. Like some of my friends do, but I'm not judgmental on it. I have a lot. It may sound traditional when it comes to it. I just really like making sure that I just like natural connection, bro. That's always been my thing. Being able to talk too. Because too, when I was learning a lot about approaching women and everything, I had to challenge myself to talk to women. I had to challenge myself to say, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You good. I am going to end in a few though. I probably got 10 more minutes in me and then I got to go because listen, it is a crazy night. That's why, your boys, we fly, we dressed up with it. You know what I'm saying? But I got somewhere to be later on tonight. You know what I mean? I'm going to pop some champagne. You feel me? You prefer in-person interaction instead of dating apps? Absolutely. Different strokes for different. But see, this is why I'm saying. This is why, if people, when people listen, when people come to this live and people are talking about how worse dating is and how bad it is, how bad the heartbreaks are, how bad women can be, and how toxic ladies can be. The thing is that, listen, you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Elena. Thank you for showing the love, and much shout out to you. I feel you. Shout out to the penthouse membership, the only one in the penthouse on the balcony. There's some champagne waiting for you once you get back into the penthouse suite. Thank you for being here, Elena. Much love. But just in general, anytime people talk about how toxic things are, to me it just seems like you don't understand what the real side of the game is, what the real what this really means, what you can be. Ghostface says, you said you were gifted, and I'm sorry I won't be able to accept it because I didn't know how. You good, Ghostface? Listen, I am. Yeah, tomorrow Saturday I am going to be gifting some All-Star memberships. I have been shown a lot of love, and I'm going to reciprocate that love back, most definitely. All right. Let's say someone who never had a real partner and they try AI dating. This will make them think they can have anything they want when they're in a real relationship. That's very true. It's kind of like being a spoiled brat in a only in a like yeah, it's like being a spoiled brat basically. You know, and being like an only child but with spoiled parents who protects you from the world. You know, too, let me say this though. You can get anything you want in dating, but with having realistic expectations. So like, and not even in the sense that I'm like a spoiled brat, but this, check me out when I say this, because I talked about this before. Because I've said before, I was like, why do men try to get with a 10, right? But whole time they got and I'm not being disrespectful, like they got a 7 that's trying to get with them, but their eyes are based on that 10. And it's like, if you okay, try to get with that 10, she may not fuck with you because you're already putting her above you. But here's the thing though, if you notice what true desire is, most men would settle with a 10 rather than a woman who could be a 7 in their eyes, that gives them reciprocation, affection, and desire. A lot of men settle for something else because they see the admiration that comes with it. Maybe they're dapping up their boys. Maybe they being like, oh, they getting kudo points when they go out and in the grocery store. Oh, that's your girl? Damn, she fine. And it's like, damn, that's crazy. But I believe anybody can definitely get what they want in dating if they see realistic expectations. Who are women in your field, and start experiencing that. But this is why it's getting more important now to go outside and to meet women, go outside and have conversations with them. And you can even let me say this though. Let me say this, because you can, and if you do dating apps, I'm not mad at you at all, okay? Because I, I don't slide in DMs, but women slide in mine. And when I do, I flirt, but I know it's not necessarily anything in general. Like, if it's not going to a place and we can just have fun or whatever, that's one thing. But just in general, when we're starting to move towards more of AI, just always remember that even though that's happening, more it's starting to say that real connection is gonna be very important, right? So it's like R&B kings, like people that was making heavy R&B before, talking about, oh, we need that R&B love shit connection back. You know what I'm saying? AI could be like a dating tutor. I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to say that because I would never advise any man to use AI for dating. I think you can find your tutor when you go out in the real world. Like figure that shit out. Learn from rejection. Let rejection be your tutor. Let being acceptance be your tutor. Let your fear be your tutor. Let your success be a tutor. Like, let that be. I don't think I can't fuck with that AI. I can't fuck with that, bro. To be honest, I'm not going for it. Nah, man. That's just crazy. Um, there's an opportunity to get better as long as you are alive and make a choice to win. Yes, exactly. Very true. It is. There's always an opportunity when we have our head above the ground. And that's what's beautiful about this. That's what's beautiful about when you wake up every day. Who in here wakes up every day? Like, have y'all ever just woke up and just said, damn, like, for real? Like, bro, I wake up every day and I'm so dumbfounded by this shit. I'm just like this. I'm so mesmerized. Like, life itself, creating life for itself, deciding what I want to create in life. And this is why when you don't have a grasp in your reality, you don't have control over you and your emotions. What's gonna have control over you is gonna be the outside world. So when people talking about dating is worse, why is it worse? And if you are having bad dating results, Why are you having bad dating results? And then where do those issues stem from? And you know what I mean? So then you got to really get to the nitty gritty and talk about these things, bro. But listen, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. That is gonna have to be my time, you guys. I gotta run out. I gotta go. But I wanted to come on here and talk about why learning game is has to be a priority. I'm not gonna like when people come in this shit, they're going to learn what game is gonna be. Okay, it has to be. This is a master class going forward now, because the more that we're pushing this out there, there's going to be a very rare amount of men that are going to be learning the certain things. You know what I'm saying? Winston's World, shout out to you. What's going on, bro? Welcome to the All Star membership. Elena gifted you much love. But again, I see you in the building, bro. But yes, remember, to shine within is to shine without. Authenticity is the new sexy, and connection is really where it's at. All right, it's to connect with people, have a conversation with people, and let's say it is online, or whatever the case is. You could take it lightly for what it is, but if you genuinely do want to meet up with this individual, make that shit happen, and don't take it too serious until it's time to get in person, because the connection is always going to be here, and it's always a more mental thing than it is physical. So don't fall into these traps, because the traps can only be a trap if you fall into it yourself. My name is All Star Izzy, and I'm gonna be out this thing. I'm gonna see y'all soon. Let's talk about it. Crazy weekend. All Star membership giveaway this weekend.